So every time then you send a document to that same password, to that same email, if I sent it to your email again, you could use your same email with your password to get into that document.
And can collaborators see the titles of your other Google Docs?
No, they only see the documents you allow them to see.
Right.
The same with sites. Like my students have access to the site I created for class, but they only see that one site that I've given them access to. They don't see access to all. So like if I'm on my, I sign out, and I go over to, so if I'm on and this works, Geographic or my Cyber Sailors, if I've sent an invitation to be part of a site, a closed site, then let's say I send it to my Verizon account, I wouldn't sign in up here, up at the top in my Cyber Sailors. I would sign in here with the external email. So if I sent to an email address that's not a cybersailors.org, if I send it to a Verizon.net, AlexisNexis, NGS.org, then you would have to sign in down here with your email account to be able to access that site. And then put in the password that you set on your account, on your Google account, to be able to get into it. So it can be your own work email and a password associated for authentication. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like there's a big downside to using my existing Google account to share documents with people.
No.
Okay.
And it's easier if they have a Google account or Gmail account. It's a lot easier, but you don't have to have. So like here, when I put in my Verizon account, Rick Kieran 2005, it doesn't recognize it. So I would have to say, okay, create an account, and you get this screen that you then put in the Verizon.net, or whatever, email you were invited to edit that document or site, and then you just choose a password. So it's really just an authentication thing. And then at that point, you can add other services to your Google account, but you don't have to.
Thanks. That helps a lot.
It takes a while to kind of see it in action. It's one of those things I didn't really realize what was happening until people started asking me, and then I was like, oh, that's what's happening. So I have a little document I created for users because they're going to use the NGS site to share with our international partners, and they're going to set it up where the partners are sending it to their work emails. Our international partners are in 200 countries. So they do publishing for Geographic in the language, like the Spanish edition, the French edition. So they're going to send it to the partners' work emails. Each partner will be responsible for then creating their own password to associate. So we won't have to manage all the passwords for the partners, but then they'll have access to the Google site.
Sharon, you retire and your music gets cool.
Yeah. We should all retire.
Yeah.
I want to retire.
Fun things. What can I do for you? Yeah, okay. What can I do for you?
Hey, Rick, could you turn on that big old light on the back to wake everyone make sure everyone's really
What do you say?
For any last questions?
Really?
It's 8 o'clock, so if you wind this up, so you can let me read it. No, wonderful. No? Let us do a space. So I appreciate that. Are there any last questions? Final questions?
Play!